Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to walk you through the final gallery that I delivered to my clients of the wedding that I shot at the Century Barn in Ontario, Canada. This wedding had a little bit of everything: beautiful, stunning moments, also unpredictable rainy weather. But despite the rain coming and going all day, we were able to capture some beautiful photos. So if you've been following my YouTube channel, you may remember that a couple of weeks ago I did a series of behind the scenes videos of this wedding. In it, I broke down my camera settings as well as detailed thoughts behind different shots. So if you missed that, go take a look back to see a deeper dive of exactly how I photographed this wedding. But today I'm going to be focusing on the final gallery of images I delivered to the clients. So let's dive right in. I just opened up this window on my computer. It's the Pixie Set gallery for the wedding that I'm talking about at the Century Barn. And I'm starting on the first tab up here, which is titled Highlights. So I put all my favorite photos in this folder. Here you can see the dresses, all the details, the bridesmaids and bride laughing. Here I set up the bride and her mom in front of a window to get the zipping up the dress. And then I liked this photo here of the bride sitting on a chair. There was a window light coming in from the left. I like the reflection of the back of her hair here. And then I got a wider full body shot. Let's see, here's some of the grooms getting ready, just a few of them. And then we proceed to the first look. They were so happy. Some portraits. It started to rain around this period of time. So we ran inside. You can see them running right there. And then we did a few photos in the inside of the barn. And there was this opening right here on the exterior of the barn. This was great because there were all different ways you could take these photos. Like they were just inside these doors here. So from this view, you could see these wings on the exteriors of the doors. And then I asked them to come inside a little bit more, and we still had the nice window light on them. And then we had all the decor in the background, which was really pretty. Yeah, so that added some variety to the gallery, which was nice. We did more portraits of them later. I don't know if I have a video of this in the behind the scenes, but we had a few more portraits of them later. And it was really cold out. She had a shawl on there. So here's the daddy-daughter first look, which was really sweet. And then the bridal party, it was nice weather again for the bridal party portraits, so we were able to take them outside. And I did a few more creative shots. I had a little bit more time than I normally have for these, which was nice. Oh, we did a few of the bride and bridesmaids applying makeup. Let's see. Okay, the ceremony highlights here. I tried to get every angle of the ceremony. And then we have the decor, which was nice. I always try to get a wide shot showing the full room, at least one wide shot. Okay, and then we've got some cocktail hour shots, family photos, and then we've got the dancing, which I used my flash for. If you want to see how I did that, you can watch my behind the scenes video. I think the last behind the scenes video, I chat about how I used my flash in this barn, which can be a little bit tricky because it's quite dim in there. So I'll go into a few more tabs just to get, you can see a little bit more what the couple received after their wedding day. This gallery, full gallery, contains, I think, around 1,200 photos. That also includes some of the black and white photos, because in certain cases I'll make black and white copies. So yeah, here we started with the bride getting ready, and I asked the bride to have all her details ready for me when I arrived, and she was great and just so organized. So she had her invitation there, which was nice, and the 3 rings, so I could take photos of all the rings together.
And then let's see, we got some photos of her with her getting her finishing touches of her makeup. When I arrive to photograph the bride getting ready, I like to arrive just as the bride is getting the finishing touches of her makeup done. And I usually take about an hour to an hour and a half for these photos. I usually I start with the details like you saw, and then this trend of the bridesmaids in these matching outfits, a lot of people do this, and so I usually allocate extra time if they want to do that in the timeline. So we did a little cheers, they've got some cute like candid photos, and then everyone changed into the bridesmaids got into their bridesmaids dresses, and the bride changed into her gown. I did that by a window and turned off the other lights so that I didn't get funny color casts on her skin. So I like to take a few different bridal portraits before we head out. And then I did a final one of the bride and bridesmaids after they all have their dresses on. And they look all fresh and nice. Okay, so we've got the groom getting ready. So the groom is similar. I had my second photographer shoot these, and similar to me, she started with his details and then getting ready, and then a few groom portraits. Okay. And then they did a first look, which was nice. I find a first look definitely makes the day run a little bit smoother, and you can allocate more time for taking portraits, which is great. So we found a shady spot because the sun started peeking out from behind the clouds that had quite a big, large patch of shade so that they could move around and they'd be in consistent lighting in that patch. So once they've taken their time and soaked it all in, and then I started taking some of their portraits. Once again, you can see like the behind the scenes of this if you're interested in one of my previous videos. Okay, and then once I did a few portraits in that shady location, we moved to a new location. I like to have like at least 3 locations for the photos. So we just kept moving around the building because there were so many nice photo locations, and then it just started raining. So it cut the portrait session a little bit short. We ran inside, and like I mentioned before, we just did a few more in the barn, which was perfect. Added a little more variety. And then these are from later in the evening. We took them out again around sunset time. Sun was behind the clouds, but it was still nice, even lighting, and it was freezing out. So we thought we should take some photos by the fire just so they could warm up. Let's see what's next here. Okay, so this was the first look with the dad. I was shooting, let me see, from this location here to get the dad's expression. And my second shooter, Crystal, she was shooting from this location, which is actually really nice because I love seeing the reflection here. So before we did this first look, Crystal and I discussed where we were each going to stand so that we could get a nice backdrop with nice lighting. There's a nice window here, and be in the ideal spot to get the best reactions. So there were some good reactions here. And then we did a few pictures of the groom and his mom. They didn't have like a first look, but there were some nice moments here. And then we've got the wedding party. So when I was photographing the bride getting ready, my second photographer was able to get these photos of the groomsmen, which was great. That saved time later. And then we met up with the bridesmaids and the full wedding party. And if you see the behind the scenes video of this, it was a little tricky because the sun was coming and going, and it was hitting them from like a funny direction. So we had to wait sometimes for the sun to go behind a cloud because I really wanted this nice backdrop of all these flowers. So it worked out well. So we started with like the lineup of people, and then we intermingled it bridesmaid, groomsmen. I try not to make them move too far and just get a variety of images in one location, just to make it easy. And then I usually like to finish it off by a group walking shot like this. And then we did a fun little group hug here, which turned out cute. The groomsmen left, and I took a few photos of the bridesmaids, some group photos, and then each bridesmaid individually with the bride. And here we did a serious pose and then a more funny pose for each lady, which was fun. Then we did the flowers around the face, which I think is a cute trend. And then we did a few photos of the bridesmaids getting ready. Okay, so let's move on. I'll show you the ceremony tab. All right, so I showed up a little bit before the wedding ceremony started and took some candid photos and some photos of the key people. This was a little tricky here because the sun was, it was shaded in the ceremony area, which was good, but there was no shade in the distance. So when I was taking photos of the people walking in this brightly lit area, I had to adjust my settings. I increased my shutter speed. And then as the people got into the more shaded area, I lowered the shutter speed a little bit. So I just flicked the dial on my camera. All right, I'm standing at the top of the aisle. So I got the reaction of the bride coming down the aisle, and then I got the groom's reaction as well. The signing. Oh, and they did a dip at the end, which was cute, which is another fun trend. And I love this reaction shot. Whenever something happens at a wedding, I like shooting, you know, the main event, but also the reactions of the guests. You can get some great candids. Okay, ceremony decor. The couple had so much cute decor, and I want to make sure I capture everything that they've put thought into. So we were lucky we had quite a bit of time to take this. So I like to get a good variety of vertical and horizontal. And myself and my second shooter were both able to shoot the decor, which is nice because I find we always end up with something different. Okay, so decor. And then the next tab, cocktail hour. So they had a little bit of a receiving line, and there was a window on the left side here. So the light was coming in and illuminating the bride and groom's face as well from this angle. And then I usually do try to take pictures of food if I can. And with these, these people were further into the barn where it was quite dim. So I was using my flash. Okay, and then let's see, cocktail hour. Okay, family. I don't think I showed this in the behind the scenes video, but the family photos originally we planned on doing it in a different location, but because everyone rushed into the barn after the ceremony because it started raining and it was quite cold out. Everyone wanted to warm up. So we changed our idea for where the family photos should be, and this was a good location. It was actually even nicer. It's like evenly lit, which is what I want, and nice backdrop. And this type of ground cover is good for people with heels. If you have high heels on with this type of ground, you won't sink into it. So it's more comfortable for the ladies. Okay, so we did the family photos, and then I'll just show you quickly the reception. All right, there was a little selfie moment here, which was cute. So they started it off with their dance, which was choreographed. It was really good. And there were quite a few cute moments where they would hold a pose looking at the crowd. So I was using my flash here on my camera with my bounce card lifted up so it pushed light towards the people. It's getting darker as the night progresses. I'm still continuing to use my flash in a barn situation like this. In most wedding receptions, you have to use your flash after a certain point once the sun sets. Okay, we ended up doing like an impromptu group photo on the dance floor, and the DJ announced this, and then immediately after, the dance floor was open for everyone. Okay, and that just about wraps it up.
So I hope you enjoyed this final walkthrough of the images I delivered to this couple. It really was a beautiful day, and I'm happy with how everything turned out. If you want some more behind the scenes insights, don't forget to check out my BTS videos that I posted a few weeks ago. There's about 5 of them, I think. And if you like this video, don't forget to like this and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.